Well before Happy Death Day, we got this horror-themed twist on Groundhog's Day with number 89, Whirlpool.
How dare you walk in here and try to pass off that garbage to me? I wouldn't line a birdcage with that story.
I'm sorry.
Sorry don't cut it. I need stories. I need them on time, and I need them great. And I can't remember the last time you delivered either. For crying out loud, Rolanda used to be the thoroughbred in this stable. What happened to you? Are you drinking again?
Honest to God, Vern, not a drop.
Yeah. Then maybe you should start. I don't know what to tell you except clean out your desk.
Please, Vern, we got a history, you and me. You want me to beg? I'll beg.
I've seen you on your knees before, and it ain't a pretty picture. Security!
Hey, let go of me, you big palooka!
Mick Garris is the Andy Warhol of horror. I was at a retro screening of Rock and Roll High School once, and during the programmer's introduction, he extolled upon cult icon Mary Woronow's belief that while Warhol was undeniably talented, he maintained and inflated that impression of vast talent by surrounding himself with brilliant people who were far more talented than their de facto leader. As a sort of den mother of horror, Garris has cultivated his reputation as an affable torchbearer for the genre, via his post-mortem podcast, casting horror legends in his films, and of course, instigating the famous Masters of Horror dinners, which subsequently led to him creating the Showtime anthology series Masters of Horror, and later the unfortunate and neutered version on NBC, Fear Itself. Garris has a visually kinetic style, and films like Sleepwalkers, Critters 2, Psycho 4, and his well-received television adaptation of The Stand reveal a fun, capable craftsman who knows how to make a movie. It's just that much of his other work, not counting his slightly more distinguished writing credits, aren't all that memorable and certainly far from critically acclaimed. Here, Garris fully embraces the premise of a floundering cartoonist getting caught in a time loop, where her attempts to rectify and alter her future continuously result in somebody getting murdered. The production design and the camera work from Rick Boda, the most prolific of the Tales from the Crypt cinematographers, are all appropriately loony, and the performances are far from subtle, thus remaining true to the cartoon-centric premise. Yet the stagey dialogue scenes and mannered performances quickly grow tiresome and irritating. The trio of veteran stand-ups, Rita Rudner, Richard Lewis, and Blake Clark, deliver their dialogue funny, but don't have much funny dialogue to say, if that makes sense. In other words, this episode feels like an exercise in style rather than a wacky dark comedy with a sci-fi bend. Tune in next time, Horror Hounds, for the Hex installment in my Tales from the Crypt rankings.